Okay, here's my gem. It's called Lomax, and I'm going to type bin in the terminal. I'm going to type bin/run Lomax. And okay, it says, hey, you're at the Library of Congress's Alan Lomax collection of Michigan recordings. Here's a list of the Michigan cities from which Mr. Lomax collected recordings. Type the name of a city to view all the recordings he made there. So it pulls from the Alan Lomax archive at the Smithsonian, the Alan Lomax Archive of Michigan recordings, and it pulls all the cities and it lists them. So you type a city you want to investigate. I'm going to choose Detroit because that's closest to where I was born. Okay, and so it pulled from the archive, it pulled all of the songs Alan Lomax recorded, regular people singing in various locations throughout Detroit. So Dirty Dozen, Lily Mae Blues, Game Song, She's a Double-Crossing Woman, Cotton Farmer Blues, okay, pulls tons. And then all of these, well, Detroit has a lot of people from all over, so lots of different languages, some gospel, boogie woogie even. So here's Welfare Blues. Because my gem can't play the music yet, I pulled it up so you can hear it. So you have to listen to it on the Library of Congress site, but here it is. I don't want to go. I want to go back down to that burning cell no more. Okay, and you can download it too. Put it in your iTunes library if you like it. Okay, so back to the terminal. So at the end of all this list of songs Lomax recorded in Detroit, it says, would you like to see if there are any other available recordings of one of these songs on record? If so, I can access AllMusic's archive to return all the other known recordings of that song, including the artists who recorded it, the album, the label it first appeared on, and the year it was first recorded by that artist, and I'll do it in chronological order. Type the name of a song you want to investigate, or type no if you want to return to the beginning with the original list of cities. Okay, so I said Welfare Blues, so let's check Welfare Blues. And I made it case insensitive, so it will look for it even if I type it in lowercase. Now it's going to the AllMusic catalog and it's checking to see all known recordings in recorded music history of Welfare Blues. And that's very timely. We should probably create a list of these and list all of them in succession every day. But yeah, so John Lee Hooker recorded it. The Dell Vikings, whoever they are, recorded it. Buddy Scott, Josh White, and Calvin Frazier, the original guy, actually, that Alan Lomax recorded, except it says here, this was recorded in 1995. I think that's not true. I think it was probably taken from a field recording in 1934. Maybe this one. So here they all are. Treme Brass Band. Great. You can go to AllMusic and listen to a little snippet of each one of those, but you have to buy those. Okay, then it says, would you like to see the recordings from another city in Michigan? Yes, I would, just to see if it works. Okay, so it brings up the list again, and I'm going to look at Beaver Island because it's a strange place. It had a king at one time. Okay, so here they are. All the tunes Lomax recorded on Beaver Island. Lament of the Irish Immigrant. So there were Irish people living there. Bonnie Irish boy. Beautiful Irish people living there, in fact. Okay. Or maybe not, and they had to sing about them to imagine them. But the point is, Beaver Island, all their songs. Okay. Then it says, would you like to see if there are any other available recordings of one of those songs on record? Sure, I would like to see that. So let's try Flying Cloud. Okay, well, I didn't expect this, but I guess Flying Cloud is a hit. Maybe it's an Irish hit, well, or a French hit. Let's see. Maybe it's a sea shanty, perhaps. Yeah, Western Ocean. Okay, what were once vices are now habits. I guess people, they consider it a vice to have flying clouds. But anyway, here are all the recordings of Flying Cloud on the All Music, in the All Music catalog. You can go listen to snippets of them, or you could buy them, or maybe they're on YouTube. Okay, and would I like to see the recordings from another city in Michigan? No, I'm good for today. So I type no. Before you go, would you like to see all the nonce songs of which this field recording is the only likely one ever made in the Alan Lomax collection of Michigan recordings? So this search searches the whole Alan Lomax archive of Michigan recordings, and it checks those against all of the recordings in All Music. So it has to go through every song and check it. And I'm going to type yes, and then I'm going to keep talking. So now it's going to take a long time to search for this because it has to take Flying Cloud and check through all the recordings of All Music. And it's going to check, Welfare Blues and all the songs. And whichever ones do not have a mention in All Music, it will return those. So you know these are the only known recordings of these songs. And it takes a really long time. So it works. I've waited till the end of it. It works, but it takes, less time than it would take you to look it up yourself. However, it's too long. So I'm just going to wait until it gets to the end of St. James and goes into Beaver Island. And then it can show you that it does that. It's a big surprise that Wind Blew Through Her Nightie is the only known recording. I can't believe that wasn't a big hit, but it wasn't. Now, St. James is interesting because it's a city in Beaver Island, but Beaver Island will repeat the ones from St. James because it's basically the same location, and that's how it is listed in the catalog. But most people don't even know Beaver Island has a city because it's so small. So you can see it's working. It's going to go through all 4 of those. And when it moves on to the next location, you'll see that it can do it. Okay, here's the moment of truth. All right. Wow, it did Baraga pretty quickly. Wow, lots of original nonce recordings in Baraga. So there you go. That's my gem. We're not going to wait until the very end of it because it's going to take too long. Okay, so All right, and that's it.